Well, Ron, what's it like looking back here and seeing your dad's name up there?
It's amazing, man. For his legacy to be alive and to be protected and to be preserved is a blessing. It's a blessing.
So I learned so much. I've only been here about 3 or 4 minutes to get a chance to talk to you, and thank you very much for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
But to see how much Dave Bartholomew did, he was a producer, he was a businessman, he was a writer.
Yeah.
He did it all.
Yeah, he was, they call him a shrewd businessman. He's very, very disciplined, but that was necessary because he was really a businessman back in those days who protected all of his rights. So a lot of the legacy and everything that my dad has, that our name lives and is preserved by today, still takes care of our family.
Yeah.
It's amazing. A lot of the work that he did way back in the 50s. So he was an amazing man. He was an amazing musician. He changed American music. And just, it's a beautiful thing, man. It's a blessing.
I see his horn over there, like Dizzy Gillespie's a little bit,
yeah,
huh?
absolutely.
Same style?
So people like that would come to our home, Dizzy Gillespie, Clark Terry, Brooke Benton. I thought that was normal. I thought that happened in every home. Obviously it didn't, but we had people that come over like that a lot, all the time. So what most people don't know is my daddy was one of the top trumpet players in the world, but he was such a mega writer that kind of overshadowed so much. So as he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, he's really in the Hall of Fame more for his writing and producing than his performance. But if you see any video, he was one hell of a trumpet player.
Well, I got to tell you, we walk in here, we see Elvis Presley right over here, and your dad right here, and those were really the 2 major powers in the beginning of rock and roll.
Absolutely. So when you look at Fats Domino, so you take Elvis Presley called Fats Domino the actual king of rock and roll. So to him, Fats Domino was the king, right? My dad and Fats made magic together. And you know, my dad also wrote hits that Elvis has, One Night With You, Witchcraft. We got Chuck Berry right over here. My dad wrote Chuck Berry's his only #1 hit, My Ding-a-Ling. So my dad has a lot of influence, and what we need to understand is this. Rock and roll, and this museum is here today because of Alan Freed. Alan Freed being a gigantic disc jockey, and he's the first one to take and call that sound rock and roll. But that sound's foundation is really New Orleans rhythm and blues.
And your dad helped propagate that.
He helped start it. Absolutely, absolutely.
It's amazing. So you come down here. Your dad's been here before when he was with us.
Absolutely.
What do you think he would think walking past Elvis over there and then seeing this up here?
You know, he was a really, really humble person. I would just give you a case in point. If my dad's songs are in movies and I was a kid, I would run and say, Dad, I just heard your song. It's like, okay, man, thank you. He was a really humble guy because this was really about business for him. But I think more importantly, the residual effect of something like this is preserving my father's legacy, is telling his real story, and it means a lot to the family. It means a lot to my mother. It means a lot to my siblings. And you know, to have someone, if they're interested in music, to be able to come and see this, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is doing us not only some justice, but it's a blessing for us to be able to have this, for people to get the truth.
Ron Bartholomew, man, thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
all right.
Day to be proud.
Yes, sir. Thank you.